Welcome to the 1 Minute Apologist. We interview the world's leading apologists to provide credible answers to curious questions. Welcome to the 1 Minute Apologist. My name is Bobby Conway, and I am on with Simon Brace, a Christian apologist. Good to have you on, Simon.
Good to be here.
Simon, talk to us. Tell us, when it comes to the New Testament, what is a good model for evangelism that we see there?
Well, I think that there's a lot being written on evangelism, whether it's books or models of evangelism, stuff like D. James Kennedy's Evangelism Explosion, or The Way of the Master, or The Four Spiritual Laws, or books by various individuals. But I think that if we are looking at equipping ourselves for evangelism, I think that the New Testament gives us a very interesting model. And I would encourage Christians to study the New Testament with that in mind. And certainly what I've found is that we find that the model there is something, it's an eclectic model. That is, it seems to try and find the common ground with individuals. And Paul then has different approaches depending on the audience to whom he's speaking. So for example, when he's dealing with the Jews in the synagogues, he reasons with them from the scriptures, because that was that had some authority in the lives of the Jewish people. We find when he engages other individuals, he doesn't adopt the same strategy, because reasoning from the scriptures with a bunch of Greek and Stoic, Epicurean and Stoic philosophers would be meaningless to them. But we see that this model is something which is, I think, powerful and persuasive. And I think there is a book that's written on finding common ground, I believe, on evangelism, which is very useful.
Yeah, Tim Downs.
Yeah, but my encouragement to Christians is that, look, finding common ground assumes that you have some knowledge with which to share with individuals. And so I think that Christians need to be people who are interesting people. They need to take an interest in things that don't necessarily interest them, but for the sake of others. Because suppose you and I meet and we have a conversation we've never met before. If I don't know a lot, then there's very little I have as a platform for common ground. And even if there is a little bit of common ground, if you don't know a lot, you haven't got a very rich conversation. And so practically in my life, I realized when I was trying to share the gospel with Muslims, I needed to study and learn more about Islam, because not only was there a common ground for us to talk about these things, but the more I studied, the more enriching my conversations were with individuals.